Hello and welcome back to Brentford Fan TV. I'm Ben.
And I'm Freddie, and this video is the West Ham preview. And so let's just get into it and have a look at West Ham. So West Ham have had a poor start to the season. They're on 4 points in 5 games, which is only 2 points worse off than us. But it's really, they expected better.
Yeah, and considering we played teams like Liverpool, Tottenham, and City, I think we've done well. Yeah, we've done better off than they have. But yeah, looking back at West Ham, the fans are already turning on the team and the manager, which I don't understand. It's like you need more
Yeah.
time, but then again, this is West Ham. They've always complained about their team, their manager. So
This is what they do.
Yeah, it's not much different.
I feel like they should give Lopetegui a bit more time, because he is a new manager, and also they've got so many new signings that need to learn his system. Well, all the players need to learn his system, and so I think West Ham fans should be a bit more patient. But they're completely right to say that they're not playing well. For example, against Chelsea last week, they were 3-0 down at half time. They were playing terribly, and so yeah, I think they have the right to complain, of course, but I think sometimes you have to give your new manager a bit more time. It's a bit like at Brentford. I think Thomas Frank had a terrible start for us, like one win in his first 8 games or something, and look how good he is now.
Yeah, and at some points, even like last season, I was hearing people complaining about Thomas Frank, which is like, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah,
He's a great manager and he's done great for us.
yeah. But just yesterday on Wednesday, West Ham played Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. I didn't actually look to see what team they put out, but they did lose 5-1 to Liverpool, which is obviously not great, but I have no clue what team they put out. But also back onto West Ham fans just complaining at their managers. It's like, what do West Ham fans want? Do they want a team that can't play an attacking brand that they're trying to? Or do they want a defensive team like with Moyes? But they won a trophy under Moyes, which is pretty good.
Yeah, now back onto us. So far, we've had, I'd say, quite good form, considering the teams we've played. Our last game being a 3-1 loss to Tottenham.
Yeah. I'd say we've won all the games at home, which is pretty good, and we've lost all the difficult away games. I think onto the Spurs game, it was slightly frustrating in terms of the play style because I think lots of people have said it. We just tried to overplay out from the back, and I think what's really important is you need to know when to play out from the back and when to just go long. What's unfortunate when we played Carvalho and Mbeumo up front, neither have aerial presence, and so it's difficult to go long. But then I also thought when we brought Sharda on, we didn't go long much either. So we clearly just want to play out from the back, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's interesting. We conceded 2 goals from playing out from the back, and I saw some highlights from other teams, and like Fulham, I think they nearly conceded from playing out from the back. Newcastle conceded from playing out from the back.
Yeah, so it's not just us.
Like, so many teams right now are just trying to overplay out from the back and it's not working. So, but I do think the play style will be a lot more effective against West Ham, a team whose press isn't as good, and we'd be more comfortable with the ball at our feet, I think.
But, our record against West Ham has been really good so far in our 4 seasons in the Premier League. And yeah, having only lost 1 and then winning the other 5, which is incredible.
I think we seem to have David Moyes' number, but now it's a new manager. But obviously our last time we played West Ham was actually a 4-2 defeat away, but also at that time we had terrible injuries. We're playing Morpie and Tony up front, which it worked sometimes, but it wasn't ideal in my opinion, and we were just riddled with injuries. Of course, we still have so many injuries right now, which is really concerning, but I'm just hoping for another good win against West Ham.
Yeah, I am too. Should we move on to our starting lineup?
Yeah, so we've got a predicted starting 11. I think there's a lot of talking points, a lot of people who deserve to maybe be in the team, but let's get into it.
Yeah, so in goal we got Flecken, and then I think we've gone back 4, which is all centre-backs.
Yeah.
Sepp Vandenberg, Collins, Pinnock and Ayer.
Yeah. I think, well, we've seen Ayer play left-back for us in pre-season and at the start of the season, and Sepp Vandenberg has played as a right centre-back for us, and he played for a right-back, I think, also at Mainz a bit last season, so he's used to it. and then Collins and Pinnock at centre-back. It's playing 4 centre-backs against a team that we kind of want to dominate or like be better than is a bit of an interesting decision from us, but I think that's probably our best way we can set up right now in a back four with our injuries to people like Rico Henry, and I think starting Sepp van den Berg at right back would be better than starting Mads there.
But what about the possibility of Jaden Magoma playing left back and then Aya right back?
Yeah.
I feel like that's an option we've got.
Yeah.
But then Jaden Magoma isn't as experienced as the other 4 players.
Yeah, I think I do actually rate Magoma. I thought he played quite well against Leyton Orient, but I think he's more of an attacking fullback, so maybe he's not too suited to being just a left back. But then I think also if we then played 3 centre backs and then him at left back, he can get up more and the 3 centre backs play more defensively. Yeah. So it could work, but I don't think we'd go for it because I think he's a bit inexperienced.
Yeah. And yeah, moving on to our predicted midfield, we've gone with Damsgaard, Norgard and Janhout. And that is a midfield 3 I'm happy with.
Yeah, I think also Norgard being back from his slight injury last week where he just missed out on the starting 11 is really important. I think we missed him last week, and so Norgard being back would be really important.
Yeah.
Damsgaard playing again, I'd be very happy with that because of how good he has been for us. I think he's genuinely really underrated. It's just he doesn't get too many goals or assists, and so I think he's still slightly underrated. And then Janhout's pretty reliable.
Yeah, he can play really any position Thomas Frank asks him to.
Yeah.
Like, he's played left back for us in the past. He's played all over the pitch. So, yeah.
And then the front 3, we've gone for Mbermo, Sharda and Kino Spotter. And I think there's also room for conversation here. Yes. Of course, Mbermo's going to start.
Yeah.
He can't be replaced. It's between Sharda and Kino Spotter. And so we've put Kino Spotter on the left wing because I think he's been one of our best players so far this season. And he's playing left back, but I think playing him for once in his actual position, give him the chance to really prove himself as a left winger, not just a left wing back or backup left wing back.
Because he's put crosses in at left wing back, and it's like I feel like if he's higher up the pitch more, he creates more opportunities. And
like against City, he put the cross in that then took a deflection that then led to the whistle goal within 20 seconds, or just over 20 seconds. Against Spurs, he got the cross in from Mbermo's goal. And so he's really good at creating chances. I think he just needs more chances to start at left wing. And then Sharda up front, I think it's kind of, he's the only option right now to go at striker with Thiago's and Wissa's injuries.
We do have another option, but that would be by changing the formation slightly, playing instead of a striker, a false 9 and putting Carvalho there.
Yeah. I think Carvalho's a bit unfortunate to miss out. Well, in our predicted 11, he might start at the weekend, but
we never know.
I think he played really well against Leyton Orient. He played pretty well, I'd say, against Spurs. But I think in this current 4-3-3, Thomas Frank doesn't seem to be playing him in the midfield, so we haven't put him in the midfield. And I think we reward Kino Spotter, play him at left wing for his current performances. And I think that's one position he could have got in at. And then we never really played him at striker, apart from in that front 2, I guess, against Spurs. But I think we start Sharda just because he's done it before. Yeah. And he did it all right in pre-season. But I'd say he's struggling currently a bit to play at striker. But I definitely have faith.
Yeah, I reckon he can do really well.
Yeah, I thought he had a big impact off the bench just to be there for crosses. Like, we hardly put any crosses in, I feel like, when we lack a tall forward, like when we had Ivan Toney. But then when Sharda came on against Spurs, we just got more crosses into the box. And he almost scored from one. It was a good save from Vicario. Yeah,
and he's good in the sense where if we need to do a long ball over, Sharda is there for it, and he good. And also he played with Flecken at Freiburg.
They've got a great link up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Sharda first joined us, it felt like every time we had a throw-in down the left-hand side, we'd just throw it long and he'd run in behind off a throw-in and create a chance. Or every time Raya had the ball at Flecken had the ball at his feet. Yeah. No, it was actually Raya when Sharda first joined. Whenever Raya got the ball at his feet, he'd just go long, put it over the top to Sharda, and see if he could cause chaos. And yeah, I think Sharda is better off the left, but we've put him in at striker in our 11.
Yeah. So now we're going to do a score prediction, and my score prediction is a 2-0 win.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Mine's a 3-1 win, so same score difference, but I mean, we've both gone for a win, so
yeah,
that's all we can ask for on Saturday. I really hope West Ham continue to be bad how they have been so far this season, and we continue our decent performances just against a slightly worse opposition, and hopefully we get the win.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if Chelsea can win 3-0, we could easily win 2-0.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's all there is to really say for this video.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say?
Yeah, if you want to leave your score predictions down in the comments, go ahead. We'd like to see them.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.